Hi everyone, this is Jason Schmaltz from Summit Seekers Experience, and today I'm going to show you the 5 most common knots that I see in the outdoors and show you how to use them. After this video you should be able to use these knots to build any basic system for your camp, or even if you're climbing or doing some advanced application, really be able to turn your rope into a tool. So the number one most common knot that I see and use is the overhand knot. It's a very simple knot, and the way that we do an overhand knot is we take the working end of the rope, which is a fancy way of saying the end of the rope, and we take a loop just down from that and we pass it through that loop. Okay, and you get a knot that kind of looks like a pretzel. Okay, and that in and of itself is not very useful because it's just kind of a wide spot in the rope. But there's 2 kind of variations of this knot that are very useful. I'll show you the first one, which is tying an overhand on what's called a bight of rope. And what a bight of rope is a fancy way of saying a bend in the rope, or a loop in the rope, some people might call it. And we take this bight of rope and we treat that like our working end now. And let's make the loop again, just like we did before. And take the working end, which is now the bight, and pass it through. And one thing as you start to practice knots is I want you to try to get used to dressing knots, because the neater they are, the easier they are to untie. It's also the easier they are to check. So you can see this knot is a little bit crossed up in one part. So the way that you do that, or the way that you can fix that, is just kind of try to take where it's crossed and force that out of the knot. And it'll eventually get to one of the ends, and those ends you can flip, and then I can pull it tight. And see how well dressed that knot is? And now I have a nice loop in my rope that I can hook things to. Okay, I can hook a backpack to it, or a food bag, or something like that. Okay. Very useful. The second variation of the overhand knot is to put it around a tree like this one, to hang something from, or to set up a hang line or something like that. So the way that goes is I'll loop my rope around we're going to just call it a fixed object, and then I take again my working end, I make the loop, only I put the loop around both ends, or both segments of the rope. Now I have my loop, and then I pass the working end through. Okay, and then you can see there's my knot that looks like a pretzel. Okay, and this knot isn't quite finished yet. I want to try to kind of pull it tight, and then I can close it down on this fixed object nice and tight. So whenever you use an overhand knot for a application like this, it's important to close it down like I just did. And if you want to make it a little bit more robust, you can even back it up with another overhand right here. See my loop again, and passing my rope through. And now I have 2 overhands butted up against each other. And that's a pretty good knot. I wouldn't hang somebody from that knot, but I'd feel comfortable hanging my equipment on that. I'd be comfortable setting this as a base for a hang line, or a ridge line for a tent or something like that. So that's pretty good. Okay, the second knot I want to show you is called the Bowline Knot, or some people call it Bowline Knot. And it's a very useful knot for making a loop in a rope that will be fixed, but then you can manually adjust it. Let me show you what I mean by that. So again, I'm going to take my rope, I'm going to put it around a fixed object like this one. Okay, and I'm going to have my working end and then my kind of runner end, we'll call that. And what I want to do is I want to make a loop with this runner end, such that the line coming from the tree or from the fixed object is on top of that loop. You see how that's on top of the loop like that? Okay. And then I'm going to run the rope the working end of the rope up through that loop. Okay. So it's coming from the bottom up. I'm going to run it around the rope that's just down from the loop. Okay. And then I'm going to run it back through the loop the same way it came from. Okay? Okay. And I'm going to pull that tight. Okay. And the way that you can check if the bowline's tied correctly is there's a tongue. There's a tongue coming out of it. Now, this knot will not go anywhere when I pull on it. I can't tighten it down like the overhand knot. But it can be adjusted. So let's see how I can adjust it. So I can loosen this knot just barely. And then I have this tail. If I want to make this loop smaller, I can feed the rope through where the tongue was coming out of. Let's see how that makes that loop smaller. And then I can pull it back into the tail. So I pull rope out of the system. And now that loop is much tighter. Okay. Likewise, in the same way, I can pull rope out of the tail and put it back into the system, just like this. And that's the useful thing about the bowline knot. Okay. Okay, third knot I want to show you is called the tautline hitch. Okay, tautline hitch knot. And this knot works a little bit better with some paracord, just because tautline, the rope is grabbing a hold of itself. And with smaller rope, that happens better than with climbing rope, big thick climbing rope. So let's again wrap around a fixed object. And for a tautline hitch, I have my working end of rope right here. Okay. I'm going to do 2 loops around the non-working end rope. Okay? And then the loops are going to go back toward the fixed object of the tree. So they're going to go underneath. Okay? So here we go with 1 loop. And here we go with 1 more loop, both going under. Okay. And I want to kind of keep it dressed nicely. And then I want the working end to come down below that little system I just built and do 1 more loop below it. Okay, so here we go, 1 more below. And you see that open spot right there? I'm going to do my loop and I'm going to put my working end through that hole. Okay. And now I'm going to pull it tight. This one's a little bit hard to dress, so you want to try to keep it tidy as you tighten it, or as you tidy as you tighten it. Okay. There we go. And now this knot is looking pretty good. And the way that this knot works is I can pull on it and it won't go anywhere, but if I push it, I can adjust the length of my rope. And now it's closer, and I pull on it. And then if I push it back this way, I can adjust my rope out again, or my loop out again. Okay? So that's the tautline hitch. And that's really useful for making hang lines that are really tight, or for making, or for tying down tents. If you don't have any of those little plastic, I think they're called grommets that go on your guidelines. I can't remember. Okay, so that's a really useful knot. There's 2 more knots I'm going to show you, and then we're going to build a little system. And these knots kind of go together. The first one is called I'll go back to my other rope. The first one is called a double fisherman's, which you may have heard of before. And what that rope, or what that knot is really useful for doing, is to tie to ropes together of similar thicknesses, or to make a loop in a rope. So you can see I have about probably like 18 or 15 feet of rope here. So I'm going to pretend like this is two different ends of a rope. And let's see how this works. So we take the two working ends, or the two ends of the rope, and we make them overlap. And then now we're going to focus on one at a time. So let's focus on this one first. And what I want to do is kind of like an overhand, only you do it twice, is I'm going to make a circle around the rope, and then I'm going to circle back over both of the ropes. So you saw I made like kind of one in the front, one in the back, and then I'm going to pass my working end through that. Okay. And the way you know you did it right is there's an X and an equal sign. Okay. And likewise, I'm going to come to this side. Here's my other working end, and I'm going to do the same thing. Here's one over in the front, one in the, oopsie, one over in the front, one over in the back, and through. The X and equal sign. And then what I want to do is I want to butt these two knots together by pulling the rope together. Okay. And what's nice is if you can get them to kind of butt up where they really touch each other like that, so that looks really good. So you can see if these were two ropes, two different ropes, now I have one rope together, and I've extended and been able to span either for a hang line or something like that. But now I also have a nice loop of rope, if you can see this. Okay. And a loop of rope is very useful, especially in kind of climbing applications or mountaineering applications. But there's a great knot that you can do with a loop that's just a quick way when you're moving through mountains or cliffs or whatever. If you want to connect something to an object, whether it's a tree or a harness or any kind of fixed object, and that's called a girth hitch. It's a very simple knot once you have your loop of rope. And the way that goes is I'll loop my entire rope around the fixed object like this. And now I have two loops, and I'm going to pass one through the other. Okay? And then I'm going to just pull tight. Okay? And now I have just a quick way of connecting to a fixed object like this tree, or to a harness, and I can quickly dismantle it as well. Okay? And on the other end, here's kind of the cool thing. On the other end, and what's cool is on the other end, I have this loop all ready to connect to a carabiner or to a bag or a backpack or something like that. And when you have this loop like this, you can even make small little loops in between by doing overhand. So I'll do overhand here. Okay. Try to dress it nicely. There we go. And where this can be helpful is if you set this to help aid someone to climb up, is now they can grab onto this part like a handhold, but then they can again grab onto this part as they kind of move their way up the rock face or whatever it is. So really useful little system there once you have a girth hitch with a loop of rope. Okay, so now we learned 5 of the most common knots, how to use them. You can use these knots to build almost any system that you would need for a camping or backpacking adventure, and even a lot of climbing applications here. Let's do a quick system build by putting all these knots together, where I'll build a primitive shelter with a tarp and just some fragments of rope, and let's see how it looks. Okay, so I've got my tarp ready and a few fragments of rope that I'll use to tie it down. And so what I'm going to try to do is set up a A-frame type primitive shelter and use the knots that we just went over to do that. So let's see how it goes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, those 5 knots for the overhand, the Bowline knot or bowline, sometimes people call it that, tautline hitch, the double fishermans, and the girth hitch. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know if you have any of your favorite knots in the comments.